guys, super excited for the chat today. Thank you so much for joining me on Coffee with Cogs.
Thanks for having us, man. It's great to meet you.
No, likewise. I'm going to start with you, Sam.
Yeah.
Your personal journey. I know you're both at the Daily Aus now, but I'll start with you. Where did it all start?
So my dad worked in sports media. He worked in the Sydney Morning Herald as a sports journalist, and my happiest memories as a little kid is going with him and sitting in the back of some press box somewhere watching either the Swannies or watching the cricket, or he took me to some of the 2000 Olympics when I was 5 years old, and all I wanted to do was write about sport. And even through my high school and HSC, I really wanted to write about it. And then I had a knee injury and couldn't play sport, and that made me want to write even more about sport. So then when I was 17, I started at Fox Sports, and I was at Fox Sports for 5 years. And I felt like there was something missing from the Australian media landscape that really just tuned into where young people were at. So in the sport context, if you weren't a big fan of the sport, what was the easiest way in for you to become a fan?
Yeah. And
did the current sports journalism do that? But I applied that to news and politics and global affairs, everything. And there was something missing. So I was on a train in my gap year in 2013, and that's when I thought something cool could happen with the Daily Aus, and I thought of this name, no idea why. Then I did nothing about it for 4 years. And then in 2017, I went through a bad breakup. Yep. And my therapist at the time said I needed a project. And I thought, I'll just do that Instagram thing. So I went on LinkedIn and I wrote, I want to start a news company. Does anyone want to do it with me? And Zara was
the only person who responded.
The only person who responded.
Yeah.
We hadn't met properly
Process
before.
of elimination meant that I was the second co-founder because no one else responded.
Did you know of each other?
We knew of each other.
Of each other. We'd never met.
Never met. Grew up in the same kind of area. And then we went for a coffee the next week, and that was it. Best mates ever since. We're here 8 years later.
And the therapist is a silent partner as well?
Yeah, exactly, our biggest investor.
The ex-girlfriend, she's tried to have a crack, yeah. It's great.
What about you, Zara?
I mean, it's a shorter journey, but I've always loved news. I've just been curious. I'm a bit nosy. I want to know everything, and I was just interested in it. And so when I saw that LinkedIn post, I was like, oh, I want to be part of something. I was working in a newsroom at the time. I was working at Sky News. And we started it as a side hustle. I never dreamt that it would be the job, never in a million years.
The Daily Aus, a massive success and what you guys have been able to build over the last number of years. I wanted to touch on that success, but it's also a story of resilience. I think, now a lot of people that are catching on or following you guys or, subscribe to a newsletters are seeing what it is like now.
Yeah.
This is something that started a long time ago.
Yeah. We joke about the overnight success, that everyone's like, oh, it's an overnight success. 7 years in the making.
Yeah, I must admit I was a COVID.
Yeah. You're an OG.
Yeah. Well, the amazing thing was that by the time COVID came around, we had been doing the news every single day for 3 years.
Yeah.
So we knew how to handle a big news event and what people wanted from a page like ours. But yeah, it was 3 years of every single day with a maximum of 3,000 followers at any one point. And it was pretty relentless, but
it was before and after work. No one was paying attention. We were just doing it because we loved it. And we did it every day, 7 days a week for years.
It was free. We weren't spending a lot of money or any money on it. So a lot of resilience in terms of actually just showing up and doing it every day.
I listened somewhere that you both quit your job on the same day. Is that correct?
We did. I was in the back of a camper van on the New South Wales Mid-North Coast, and I pressed send on the email and had Zara on the phone, pressing send on her email.
It was a huge deal.
Yeah.
It was like we were both on paths that we would have known where we were going in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. We would have had really clear careers, and we were doing something that no one we knew had done anything like it. It might not have worked, and so it was scary.
You both were successful before the Daily Aus in your own careers, and you said you both had a clear path as to what that could look like. One of the questions I love to ask guests on this show, if you had 3 1%ers for traits or habits you think have created what success looks like for your own self, what would that be?
Yeah,
Great question.
I think mine is curiosity. Like the trait I think that both of us have is curiosity, that we will always ask questions, we'll always ask why, and nothing ever satisfies us enough, and we always keep pushing. And I think you need to do that in business and you need to do that in the news. And I think separately to that, like being informed means that we can have great conversations with people and we can connect with people who might not be in the same world as us, but we can form those connections. I think that's so valuable to what we do.
It's so interesting that your brain went there, because I thought really tangible shit,
what?
like do this and then do that.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
But yeah,
No, I mean,
it's
you
the
go
opposite.
ahead.
Curiosity, so yours would be curiosity.
Yeah, curiosity, being informed, and I think just habit building, like consistency, habit stacking. Like that's the only reason this exists, and that's why I think we've been able to find any success. Yeah.
And mine would be go deep on podcasts. I think podcasts is just like, podcasts and YouTube, I think is just this treasure chest where anything, literally anything that you want to know about or learn about as a skill, you can find somebody who's teaching it. So I love, it's become quite like therapeutic now. Like I love just watching tutorials on like how to use this program or how to solve this kind of problem or how this person thinks about something, and it's just them speaking. I love it. So podcasting.
And like Sam's thing is like everything is self-taught. Like if Sam doesn't know the answer to something, he's like, I'm going to find a YouTube video or a podcast, I'm going to learn.
So usually I'll just go to Airtasker and do that.
But I
know,
think
I'll wait for the hard,
me
for
too.
the hard
I'm
labor.
not about like new skills terrify me, but for him he's like, I will learn how to code and I will do it all myself.
Yeah, I just think it's like never been more accessible. So I love that kind of stuff. So podcasts, always shoot the shot, even if you don't get a reply.
Yeah.
And I think the number of people who I have not had a reply from, but it didn't cost me anything to send a message, and who knows what will happen down the line. So I'm a big believer in just like cold messaging. And I'd say the last one is I try and think in 12-week blocks. So
You're also far more tangible than mine. Yeah.
so
Go
much
in
more
there.
tangible. Like if you want to start a new idea, that's awesome, and I'll back everyone, and so will Zara. We'll back everyone in our team to do whatever they want to do. So you got to stick with it for 12 weeks. And if you can stick with it for 12 weeks, you've got enough like data to look at to see if it works or not. But you also can show yourself that this is what it feels like to do this every day. I love that rule.
I like that. I haven't actually heard of like that 12, but like
I just picked 12 out of it.
Sounds like an even number.
no, that's the habit building one. I think for me as well is something that I've always tried to build my day, like starting my day almost the night before. Like my wife always laughs at me, but I'm like, my bag's packed, the keys have to be in the same spot, the clothes I'm going to wear, like it's just, I'm always trying to think ahead. But similar to what you guys have to do on the daily. What's been so far in the business, obviously, like we said, it's not an overnight success, but probably the one hurdle you've had to overcome, the hardest thing so far, the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome?
I'd say the balance between trying to do stories that we think are really important for our audience to read and trying to work out how to make a sustainable and profitable business. And there's a reason why most governments around the world are involved in funding media in some way, shape or form. And there's a reason why media companies traditionally struggle to make really great businesses, because it's a tough business. I mean, you're reporting sometimes some really heavy stuff. And to kind of switch in and out of those two mindsets can be really tricky. I'd say that's probably the hardest bit, but it kind of makes me want to do it more.
I think we had a moment like a year and a bit ago where we thought that news was going to be taken off Meta, so off Instagram. And I think for us, that showed like a really existential threat to us, that we were born on Instagram, we're a social first news company, but the risk that comes with being on someone else's platform is humongous for us. And I think that was like the biggest hurdle, and we just diversified. We went harder on newsletters, we went harder on podcasts, we showed people like we're not just an Instagram page, here's what else we have. But it was
definitely
so
no
scary.
Shit,
It was like, well, we built this whole thing and now like
It's the business.
The government and Meta are having a fight, so we're out.
Yeah.
Like, it was very scary.
You said before about how every morning you guys decide on which stories are getting posted and what doesn't. What about when the stories you're going to post don't reflect your own opinion?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question, but luckily we don't do opinion. So we try, and like that has been a very important thing for Sam and I, that we think there's so much opinion out there, there's so much commentary, it's so important, but we actually need young people to have facts, and we need them to understand and have the knowledge of what's actually happening before they go and get those opinions. So like very rarely will there be anything that doesn't reflect us, because it's just about the facts. It's not about opinions. You know, maybe some days it's about the economy and other days it's about this or that, but it's never like we think this or you should think this. There are lots of influencers who do that, and there's a place for that, but that's not what we do. So it's fairly straightforward for us.
And we often say to each other, you know, who gives a shit what we think?
It's
like
radically unimportant.
We're not saying that we're experts in anything. Like we're here to find out the facts,
Together.
or to find out what happened and learn with the audience.
Yeah.
So
Take them on that journey.
I don't think we ever want to do kind of here's why you should think a certain way kind of stuff.
There's too much of it, and like young people need knowledge more than anything, not told who to vote for or how to think.
Yeah, I think straight away when you go to your Instagram page, I think conceptually there's that appeal with the colours and everything, but the thing that appealed to me most, and probably to everyone, is just the fact that you slide across, this is facts.
Yeah.
It's not opinion.
No.
Yeah.
News is hard enough.
Yeah,
There's
like a business grows so much more with clickbait or with, you know,
Hot takes.
a hot take.
Yeah.
So like our business could be triple the size probably if
Yeah.
we did opinion. But it's right, like we want to appeal to everyone, to people like you, to whoever is reading us, not if they think the same way as us or believe the same thing as us.
What do you think, over your role over the years at Daily Aus, the biggest misconception between Gen Z and millennials currently that we face?
Yeah, I think the biggest misconception or the biggest myth is that young people don't care about anything, about the world. Like we get told over and over again, like young people just care about themselves, they're conceited, they're arrogant, like they care about their mobile phones and that's it. And like our page shows that's not the case. We've got millions of young people who engage with us, not about pop culture, not about gossip, but about like hard news. And I think just being able to prove that and show like we can talk to young people seriously and they'll engage has been so just like, told you so.
And for me, it's kind of that, except economic.
Yeah.
I get really frustrated when I hear commentary out there saying, you know, the classic one's always that young people spend too much on Avo Toast, and that's why they're not going to buy a house, and they're stuffing it up for themselves.
Yeah.
And I just think that there's enough data now and there's enough facts out there that it's a harder time to buy a property, to support yourself in cost of living, and to rent an apartment. All of that is harder now than it was for our parents.
Yeah.
I think we're there in terms of everyone agreeing on that now, but it's taken a long time.
It wasn't like that when we started.
Yeah.
That hurts, I think, as a misconception.
Traditional media, I know it's very hard to predict in the future, but where do you guys see it going? Is newspapers still going to be a thing? Is the 6 p.m. news still going to be the same?
Yeah.
I want to know your answer to that was a question.
Predict it,
No, I really don't.
Yeah.
I think newspapers is probably going to be the first one of that sort of we call old school media category to go. Most news organisations in the world have dialed back print. Print is getting more expensive, like the actual paper is getting more expensive, the ink is getting more expensive, the delivery driver is getting more expensive. I think we'll see newspapers disappear pretty much completely. Maybe in the weekends there'll be some, but pretty much disappear within 10 years.
Wow.
Okay, so Sam and I at the end of every year do a podcast where we predict what's going to happen the next year. And my favourite thing is that Sam has been wrong
Every year.
And says it with such confidence and such conviction that I love. Like he was like,
Can I tell you what mine was?
Gone.
Last year?
Give it to me.
Joe Biden is 100% going to win and become the president again.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if I trust this guy with predictions,
What
but
was
that's
yours?
okay. I think they'll be forced to.
your prediction.
The Trump would win, obviously.
Oh yeah, that was spot on. That was spot on. I'll give you that one.
The Trump would win, and it was anyway. I only played it in the office 4 times for everyone.
Yeah,
so
it was on
Sam
the
saying
record.
Joe Biden will.
I was going to say.
But look, I think that shows no one can predict anything.
Do you
and
think
the
the
news
6
is very
p.m.
unpredictable.
news will be there?
I think everyone will be forced to innovate. I think that there will be an existential threat to legacy news, and they'll be forced to innovate. And I think that that's kind of exciting. We'll see a whole lot of new stuff like 5-10 years ago, they weren't on social.
Yeah.
And now, you know, the ABC is the biggest Instagram page in the country when it comes to news. So I think they'll be forced to innovate. We're already seeing how, you know, they might be working with new media a bit more. Channel 10 on election night had the Batuta Advocate.
Did they?
Yeah, just on their election panel. So and the election before they had us, and we were like, oh, okay, been replaced by the Batuta
I think
Advocate.
the ABC is trying to copy you guys as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
So,
everyone's trying to get attention, and I think that's a good thing. If we're all trying to get more people to read the news, I think that's kind of a good thing.
You said before that the younger generation, millennials, we do care in Australia.
Yeah.
What did you find with the election?
Yeah, so switched on. They cared so much, and I think the biggest thing was that it was the first time I felt like politicians knew they had to talk to young people, but they also realised they don't know how to talk to young people.
Yeah.
And so we saw like political parties posting brain rot content on TikTok, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, we can have serious conversations. We are adults. We know how to talk to each other. And so I think next election there'll be a real shift in like we're going to meaningfully engage with young people. Like we had the former leader of the Liberal Party not want to sit down with us, and I think there is a clear case for why party leaders need to engage with young people in new media. So I think we can expect that to change.
I think you saw that a little bit probably in the US leading up to it, but there was little bits and pieces of it, obviously you guys.
Yeah, it was the other way around though. It was interesting. In the US, Donald Trump used a lot of the a lot of the right wing
And it was
podcasts.
the Democrats who were a bit slow to...
And here it was the Labor Party, so it was interesting.
Yeah. No, it's good. What have you, particularly maybe over the last, since COVID, what have you learnt most about your audience? And the second part of that question, what do you love most about them?
What is that question?
That's a great question. I think the thing I love most about the audience is that they are responsive to telling us what they think, and then they keep showing up. So even if they say, we get negative criticism all the time, as every good news company should, and they'll say, you missed this part of the piece and we think you should cover this better, they're still there the next day.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare. In fact, it's kind of never happened that we've actually gone backwards. Yeah. And that tells me that we're providing a space where people can actually engage, and we don't need them to love us and love the news. The news sucks sometimes, but I love when they engage with us.
Yeah.
What was the other question? Something that surprised you?
What have you learnt? What have you learnt?
Yeah.
You feel like you've learnt most, particularly since COVID?
I don't know. I think I've learned that there's another group of people who are, let's say, 50 plus, that love what we do because it helps them understand how young people are approaching particular discussions. Okay. And we've had a lot of feedback from that section of the audience saying, like, thank you for helping me at family dinners be able to chat with my kids about a news topic and kind of all have a certain agreed set of information. That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Zara?
I think the thing I've learned, and it's something that terrifies me a little bit, is that no one is talking or engaging young men meaningfully. I think we've seen it in the US and we're seeing it here that young men are just not getting the space or are not finding the spaces to be engaging.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, thank you so much. Oh, that looks unreal. Thank you.
That's
got little chalky bits.
Hot chocolate.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
What number's up for that?
This will be number 4. We're good. We're good.
Totally normal.
We're fine.
Totally chilled.
Yeah.
I've got to be alert. It's a big game tonight. I've got to be alert.
That's true.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's actually really good hot chocolate, which makes sense.
Is it?
Yeah. So you're in a dessert place.
What's that for you?
3. Yeah. Number 3. What's one of my favourite questions I love asking every guest? One coffee that has changed or shaped your life?
Sick.
Coffee with him. The first time we met, we sat down at a cafe in Bondi and had never met each other, as we said, knew of each other. We sat there for 5 hours, I think, over various cups of warm beverages, and like completely changed both our lives.
Yeah.
Like, had we not met and had that not happened, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
So.
I would have said the same one, so
that's okay.
I'm going to pick another one.
I think it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
There's been
Very good
actually, this is more of a genre of coffee. There's been 3 or 4 times where I've been traveling for work and in the Northern Hemisphere somewhere, and in another time zone I'm having a coffee by myself, somewhere totally foreign, where I have my best ideas. And there's just something that gets unlocked when I'm in a cafe, when I know everyone else in Australia is sleeping.
I know what you mean.
It's kind of like being in airplane mode, except still having access to the internet.
I feel my best ideas are on an airplane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm my worst self on an airplane. I just cry at every movie I watch.
There's something that gets unlocked with the coffee in another time zone that I can't like simulate it here. Yeah.
I like that. Special. I think when everyone's sleeping, I can even like, for me, even like training or going to the gym when people are sleeping or like working late or something. There's just always something, waking up super early to do.
Yeah.
It probably means we're all feeling a bit too connected and like a bit too plugged into technology probably, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where's the Daily Aus going to be in 5 years?
Just a small question there. Sam, how would you answer that?
Our goal is to still be here, and I think that is no small goal in the media landscape of modern Australia and any kind of...
Why is that?
Because it's a brutal game. I mean, it's brutal from a couple of perspectives. One perspective is that you have to make sure that you're still liked and still relevant and still popular with audiences. And, you know, if we say that we're for young people, I'm just turned 30.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting older.
Not young.
I'm the oldest,
Hey, how old are you?
31.
Right. So we aren't...
32 this year.
So you and I aren't in the, like, core points that we want to start talking to people anymore. My 22-year-old brother is. And so, more coffee? No. And so I need to, like, you know, we need to envision a 5-year journey for people who are currently now 14, like what they're going to be like at 19. And I don't know the last time you met a 14-year-old recently, but they're
Different.
very different.
I've got lots of little cousins.
Yeah. So hopefully still here, hopefully growing and supporting a whole newsroom of journalists. I got told by a media lecturer at university that there's no jobs left in media. And we want the Daily Aus to be the example that people give at university for you can still go work as a journalist.
I think you're both incredibly modest, and my own personal view is you will be there and you will be thriving. With
Are you still going to be playing footy?
Don't say hopefully. We've got to be positive. Well, I'll be playing, but what? For Brisbane, definitely not. 2032, definitely not. But 5 years' time, don't know. I might have to, if you can employ me, maybe I'll do something.
Well, Sam won't be a young person, so he won't be the one employed.
But yeah, no, I think you guys are doing wonderfully. So
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Let's get into some quick hits, if that's all right.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, first one. What would you like athletes to do more with their platforms?
I'd love to see more failure and more moments where they haven't achieved what they want to achieve, to continually normalise that being a part of everybody's journey. And to Zara's point about engaging young men as well, I think showing that, you know, guys like you who are unbelievable athletes, like, you know, sometimes you have a bad game, and not you never.
No, I do, don't worry.
Never.
I do sometimes, don't worry.
But how, you know, like being transparent with your social media about how that must feel. That's like taking things to a whole nother level.
I genuinely don't know how I'm meant to go after that. Like,
I
I
like
back
that one.
that. Like,
You know what? I'm even looking now. I'm going like, I usually only post after wins. But yeah,
and it is, I mean, like, it's important because we idolise athletes to such a high regard. And, you know, with this question, I think my mind would have gone to, like, should they be speaking about big issues and politics and this and that? And I don't think it's about that. I think, as Sam said, it's about vulnerability and just being real. And I think that social media allows for that, and we should be embracing that more.
Like it. One headline you'd love to be posting at the Daily Aus within the next year.
Can I give two?
Yeah. I just hope this show is number one on YouTube.
Swans win premiership after classic grand final against cross-city rivals.
Oh, that would hurt me big time.
That'd be amazing. That'd be very cool. And the other headline I think would be maybe something like first federal youth parliament established in Australia.
Nice.
I don't know the rest of that story, but
Yeah, cool.
sounds real cool.
Mine's a bit nerdy, but I think mine would be something about like civics or media literacy has grown in young Australians.
Okay.
And you know, like young Australians are objectively more informed and they know what's going on. I'd be pretty stoked.
Like
So all of the evidence shows it's going the other way. So if we can reverse that trend,
that's
that'd be
a good
great.
one. No, I like it. Obviously, there's free kicks in AFL.
Yeah.
What's the biggest free kick, bit of advice you could give to someone else?
Oh, mine, I always use that. It's something an investor said to us. It's don't be reckless in either direction. So when it comes to running a business, if Sam was running the business alone, we'd have no money left. And if I was running the business alone, we'd not exist because we would have spent no money in growing. And I think that that's such a good example of don't be reckless in overspending, don't be reckless in underspending, but you can apply that to everything in life. And I always think about that.
And mine's a new advice that I stumbled across online like a couple of weeks ago, and I think about it now every day,
Yep.
which is this idea of like, be the man in the arena.
Yeah.
And it's this speech by Teddy Roosevelt where he says, essentially, don't be the guy who's looking from the sidelines saying he could have done better.
Yeah.
And it's not for me. Like if you actually get in the arena, then at least you're going to be the guy who's failed spectacularly, but you actually were there and did it, and you were trying to make it happen. And yeah, I love that.
Just for context,
I
Sam
love it.
last weekend said the speech at me for the whole weekend. He was like,
think
and
it's so
Teddy
cool.
Roosevelt said,
I'm going to speak to my coach. I think you should talk to us before the game.
Mate,
even that pumped me up.
I will pump you guys up.
Even that pumped me up. I love it. Zara, I'm going to start with you after your hot
Yeah.
chocolate. Give me a perfect Sydney food day. So I need, where are you going for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a bar?
okay. I have to preface this by saying I'm the pickiest eater.
I was wondering if you were
I
gonna
know,
go there.
I have to. It's
You
like,
were going to say it anyway.
I don't eat most things that normal people eat. Like I think as an athlete, you'd probably be horrified in what I eat, but we'll just leave that there. Breakfast. See, I just eat wheat bix for breakfast
Yeah.
every day, so we'll skip breakfast.
Any sugar, any banana?
Banana,
Strawberries?
if I'm feeling spicy,
Yeah.
some banana. Lunch, switch in Bondi.
Yep.
We started
Do
by,
you think it's better than South Dowling?
oh, well, South Dowling's during the week, so South Dowling is right near work. So I have a schnitzel sandwich from South Dowling.
We have this debate all the time with
Yeah.
our
Oh,
really?
teammates.
Yeah,
with
well,
teammates.
look, both amazing.
Yeah.
But Switch was started by two mates of mine from
Yeah.
school, and like it's just doing so well, and I can never turn down a schnitzel.
So that's
so.
loyalty, yeah, a bit of yeah.
Exactly. So that's for lunch. Dinner, where am I going for dinner? I think that I know where Sam's going to
Vietnamese.
say.
You're going to say Vietnamese.
I wasn't going to say Vietnamese. Like I really Chester White. Chester
Okay.
White in Potts Point.
Yeah.
It's where my now husband and I went on our first date. It's where we went on our first year wedding anniversary. It's like this tiny special place
I actually
there.
haven't been. No.
Sounds like you
Yeah,
need to.
yeah.
It's like a real community.
Yeah.
Small, the owner knows everyone. They have amazing meat, wines, so it's unreal. And then you can just stay around Potts Point, get a drink afterwards, wherever you happen to fall across, and it's a pretty good day in Sydney.
Whatever bar.
Yeah.
around there.
I mean, alcohol, schnitzel,
Yeah.
that's my thing.
Yeah.
Sam? I know your dinner. Can I guess your dinner?
Yeah, what's the dinner?
Bangkok bites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
My teammates love it as well. Yeah.
Just
Oh,
dessert.
Yeah, it's my comfort food
Yeah.
now. It's just crazy. It's like I'm a very easy guy to please.
Yeah.
Like Bangkok bites. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that's dinner.
That's
And
dinner.
breakfast, I have a weird thing that happens where I don't eat breakfast
Yeah.
regularly. Like I have my coffee and then go to work. But if I go out for breakfast, I need the biggest.
big breakfast,
I need the
yeah.
biggest breakfast possible. So
Yeah.
I'd probably say like Bill's.
Yeah.
For a big Aussie breakfast, and then lunch, I'd say maybe like a really greasy burger
Yeah.
lunch, like a
Bondi Tony's?
Bondi Tony's burger
Yeah.
or a Mary's burger.
Mary's a very good.
Yeah, definitely that. And then Bangkok bites for dinner, swing by Messina for dessert.
Yeah. What do you
Now-
get from Messina?
Look, I normally go with the bounty.
Yeah.
It's crazy business.
Nicky glasses as well. And then I like to be healthy, so I'll go like a raspberry syrup.
I'm so boring. I just get pistachio, like usually from pistachio. And sometimes salted coconut mango, and I've never ever tried anything
I'm
else.
a frozen yogurt girl.
Can I tell you?
Oh, it's my favorite.
Can I tell you the most unethical thing I do at work?
Yeah.
This is all cards on the table. So sometimes, if we are feeling like there's a good vibe, let's
I don't know
treat
where
the
this
team.
is going.
No, you'll like it. Let's treat the team. We go to Messina. We take the whole team to
Yeah.
Messina, and everyone grabs an ice
Whatever
cream.
they want.
I pay on the app,
On
so
the-
I get the points.
Wow. You
Points
heard it here
awarding.
first.
So
Yeah.
I'm
rest
banking
is-
some serious points.
I didn't even know that. That.
Yeah.
Exactly. Really, the loyalty.
You should get the team's credit card.
Yeah,
and then
maybe,
shout the team on
maybe
your
I'll do that.
app.
I didn't know there was
It's
that.
paying for tubs.
Yeah.
I mean, it is paying for tubs.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
That's great.
Yeah. I feel better.
You feel better getting out there,
It's
chicks.
good.
No, you know. You're La Dolce Vita, so translate to the sweet life. If you could live anywhere on this planet, carefree, don't have to work, with your family and loved ones, where would it be?
Mallorca.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I went on my honeymoon, and we have a friend who lives there, doing just that.
Yeah.
Lives with his partner, no worries, life is amazing. And I saw that, and I was like, that's what I want. That's
Yeah.
the good life. Yeah.
A couple of our best friends got married there last year.
It's heaven on earth. I've truly never been anywhere I loved more.
Yeah.
It's got good food, good beaches, a vibe, and it's an island. Like, what more do you want?
Great choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Mine's New York City.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like that's where I
That's
get my
your place.
energy from.
Yeah.
Like that's my idea of sweetness and all of that is the variety and the pace and live sport, live music, great food, amazing, a sense of energy everywhere.
When we go to New York together, because we'll sometimes go for work, and Sam will just like navigate it as if it's his hometown. We're like, oh, we're going here, we're
Yeah.
going there, we're doing this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how do you know this?
I just, there's
There's
a
some-
slight cost barrier to
Yeah, there is,
having
yeah.
a sweet life there, but if
Yeah.
it wasn't a barrier.
A lot of Aussies as well. which is
A lot
Yeah.
of
all
Aussies,
great.
a lot of Aussies.
I think there is something about the first time you go to New York and
Special.
just the energy
Yeah.
in the air, the energy you just find.
Yeah.
You don't
Where's
know what
yours?
it's- it has to be somewhere in Italy.
Yeah.
I'm being a little bit biased. I do love London, but I would have to say maybe somewhere in Tuscany. We went there on our honeymoon, and I could easily live away from everything. I'd have to keep, my wife just wants a garden, so I'd have to keep maintenance of that, even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
You could
but-
start the Tuscany Devils.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
I follow someone on TikTok. She's an older woman who lives in Tuscany and just lives off the land. Like
Yeah.
she's like a 75-year-old woman who's just TikToking her life in Tuscany. Just makes a meal from what she's found in her garden.
Have you watched Under the Tuscan Sun?
Yeah.
So it's probably,
Unreal. Yeah,
it's probably something like that.
Yeah.
Somewhere close enough to go and watch.
I back that. Well, I
Soccer
hope
or
one of
football.
us have our dream life
Well,
happen.
we're everywhere in the world.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We can,
Got our bases covered.
Yeah. Talking about the sweet life though, you can't have a sweet life without a
Hey.
couple of gifts here.
Huge.
You're going to be upset with that.
No, I'm not. No, I am an example of tolerance. And again, if it's in the city, it's my second favourite team.
There you go. Now you have some merch. There you go.
Oh, you're a hat guy too.
Yeah,
that
I'm a
works
hat guy.
for you.
Hey, go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, all good. A small thank you, but
Oh no, it's got a thing on it. I was going to put it on, but we'll just do.
no, that's fine.
That's
you can put it
nice.
away. Just a small gift.
Thank
to
you.
both.
Thank you.
The proudest moment, it can be professionally or personally, in your life so far.
Think carefully about this because we both got married recently. And I feel like we should probably say that. But second to that, it was
Yeah.
pretty cool meeting Obama.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool moment. Sam blacked out and has no memory of
Yeah.
what happened and couldn't speak,
No, I
couldn't
think.
do anything.
What was that during? Like, obviously you spoke
Yeah.
at the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it before then? Or
It was,
It was before.
oh, was it before?
Yeah, it was before.
Yeah.
And we spent an amazing 45 seconds with him.
It was just, we were told, we had the ambassador at the time explain what we do to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's so important, it's so vital,
great.
like we wish we had something like that in the US. And
Like
I was
he said the words, the Daily Aus.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah. Like that
he
is.
Yeah.
blacked out. sure.
No,
Zara told me. He said those words.
Yeah, I went to the chat. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Even just to have him in the country, let alone being at something where he's at.
I'd say that's probably my best.
Yeah, it was pretty up there.
That's awesome.
With our weddings.
Yeah, we're marrying
With
the
our
love of our
respective
lives. Yeah.
Yeah. If you could have coffee with anyone in the world, Sam, I'll start with you. Who would it be? And why?
Donald Trump. Because, I know that's not quite the direction that most people would take that answer, but I think that
Yeah, it has to be someone interesting. It has to be someone at the beginning.
pulled to how complex he is, how influential he is, how unpredictable he is, and she's got a really weird coffee.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, does he even drink coffee? Does he just,
Yeah,
I think he just
exactly.
drinks Coca-Cola.
that would be my coffee. What about you?
Yeah, mine's really rogue as well. I actually think Rupert Murdoch. Like, I think that, I mean, we are building a media business.
Mm-hmm.
He has built the largest, longest standing, most successful, and no one has to agree with what he's done with that, but I just think having coffee with someone who you might, disagree with, but you want to understand more about.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's quite elusive still, and I think that would be fascinating. Be a bit terrifying. But
Yeah, I like that
fascinating.
one. On a side note, did you watch the ABC, the Lachlan one? That was just like, just in it, like, just
Crazy.
Because like obviously it's your own kids you're doing, but like even the story at the start, how they touched on his life is just how he built it. Funny.
Exactly.
What he did is just.
Exactly. And like we're all out here just trying to build the next big media company. Just some are doing it differently to others.
No, I like that. They're two high quality individuals.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Probably a bit rogue from both of us. But
I like it. And then lastly, who should I interview next?
All right, I got one. Zara McDonald. She runs Shameless along with Mish Andrews, and I got to know them both through this journey of being a female founder, and they are like top-notch, unbelievably successful female founders who have made an awesome brand. And I think having two female founders is so hard, and they've just nailed it. And I think it'll be really interesting.
Love it.
So there's this guy who sits up near our office with
Great one.
his beautiful dog and a retro old school AM radio, just hanging out. Like, and every time we walk past to get a coffee or something, he's always happy.
Always wants to chat.
Always wants to chat. His dog is just loyal and beautiful. I want to know his story.
I love both of the answers.
It's a good answer.
I can't thank you guys enough for coming on today. As I said before, you guys are highly successful as individuals, but what you've been able to create, I know what you're going to do over the next few years is going to be something that will be spoken about in universities and taught one day, and I think it's going to be very special. It has been special already. So
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Oh, delish. Look at that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
amazing.
Who's going to do the honours of cutting? I think you must. How does one manoeuvre the cutting?
Oh, it's hot.
Hot?
That feels like the best winter treat.
Yeah, it does.
It's just like it's cold outside, it's rainy.